Paul McGuire Grimes, ABC Minneapolis. Laura, I am so honored getting to talk to you today. I have my Feel the Dern t-shirt right here for you. So thank you
Woo!
so much for the time today. I really appreciate it.
Oh my God, I'm so happy to. I love Minneapolis.
Oh, you filmed Wilson here too. So I
We
love it. Thank
did,
you.
and your amazing Dean Phillips,
Yes.
who,
Oh my God.
who I worship, and I think the state is very lucky to have him, and certainly we are very lucky to have him and blessed to have him in DC.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I love Minneapolis and Lake Minnetonka.
Laura, that's amazing. Thank you. I want to go back. Oh, we got to talk Jurassic. I want to go back to the first movie. You got that iconic line: "Dinosaurs eat man, woman inherits the earth," which is so brilliant. How many young girls have come up to you saying that they became a paleontologist or have a love of dinosaurs because of your character?
I have to say, it has been amazing. I mean, it's been years of young people in general, but particularly young girls and women saying they went into science, STEM, tech, politics. Activists have come up to me saying what an influence Ellie Sattler was, not only on them as a scientist, but seeing a woman in an action film as a peer and a partner, and when in jeopardy, taking care of business, not sort of a damsel in distress, if you will, and an environmentalist. All of those aspects to her have seemed to be, influential and moving to young women and girls, and very influential to me as a young actress to play that kind of character and to be a participant in making sure that she felt like an equal in the film.
Oh my God, absolutely. I love hearing that kind of influence you've had. Now, Spielberg is my favorite director. And one of my favorite scenes of his is a scene in the first movie where when Sam turns your head to see the brachiosaurs and we see your reaction. What was it like to then film it and then just to see it on the big screen for the very first time?
It was one of the great memories of my life because when we made it, Stephen and Dennis Murin from ILM, who was there shooting with us, as well as several of his colleagues, talking us through this new moment in cinema, which was called CGI, and saying to us with this big, unruly VistaVision camera how they were going to shoot something, and there was a piece of paper in the tree with an X on it. And if we looked at it, made sure our face was on this side of the frame, they were going to paint something next to us on a computer. What? That seemed insane and not possible. So just like you, when we watched the film, Stephen, Jeff, and Sam and I watched together at DreamWorks on the Universal lot with popcorn in hand one afternoon, and we were crying, screaming, and suddenly all that we were imagining came to life and was, truly one of the great moments of not just cinema, I think for so many of us, but for me as an actor, the discovery of what you can dream, you can in fact invent, which Stephen really taught me that, along with Dennis and Stan Winston and all the masters that worked on the film with us.
Oh my God, I love hearing that because he's such a genius. Now, when did you know that you wanted to return to Ellie? Did you approach Colin? Did Colin approach you?
They had approached me. Stephen had asked me several years ago if I would be open to it, as did Frank Marshall, our producer. And then I met Colin and he sort of hinted at something. And then he asked me to lunch. He flew to Los Angeles and we spent an afternoon together, not only with the question, would I, but then sort of which I really appreciated, the deep, open collaboration in who would she be today. And in the writing process, he and Emily Carmichael, when they were working on the script, spent hours on the phone with me, talking in person about who I think she would be in science, who she would be in her personal life today, and what her influence might be in the franchise at this time, in a way. And that was amazing to feel that kind of partnership. And then the storyline they came up with and the relationship between myself and Dr. Alan Grant. I mean, all of that seemed wonderful, thrilling, and appropriate to Dr. Sattler, which was exciting. So that's when I got, so excited thinking about it. And of course, coming back with Sam and Jeff was such a dream. and now this amazing new cast as well.
I mean, such a dream trio, the three of you. I got the rap. I wish I could keep talking to you. One, I hope we get more Twin Peaks, Diane, iconic, and Big Little Lies hit me in the core like I can't even describe. So thank you for both of those just amazing experiences. Laura, incredible. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that.
Paul McGuire Grimes, ABC Minneapolis. Jeff, it is an absolute honor. Bucket list interview today. So thank you so much for the time today. This is amazing. So thank you.
Paul McGuire Grimes, thank you so much. I love your setting. I love all those. I think they're books or DVDs. Maybe
they're movies. I got some of yours, some of Laura's. Big Chill, one of my absolute favorite movies. I mean,
dear Angel, thank you so much.
Thank
oh my
you.
Gosh, and I see the original Jurassic Park there. Hey, you're in. That's just where I want to be.
Come on over. We'll have you over anytime. Yeah. Now, I love seeing your Instagram and all the kind of behind the scenes backstage photos of you and Sam and Laura. Describe that friendship and what was it just like to kind of reunite as these really fun characters?
Well, I adore them. Well, it would have been fun, like any high school reunion or some kind of, because come on, that was like 30 years ago. It would have been fun because we haven't been on screen since then. But oh my gosh, to get together in order to do this, to reenact our characters and try to, do our best at this little assignment, that was really fun. I must say, that was really fun. We huddled up and tried to help each other as much as we could. Well, those guys are my great teachers and friends. They changed my life forever, I'll tell you, those two.
Okay. I love hearing that. Now, when I think of you, you just radiate cool and debonair and sophisticated. How do you then battle chaos theory in your own life?
Battle chaos theory or use chaos theory in my own life? Well, yes. Well, let's see. That's a great question. Chaos theory, from what I have understood since I've tried to do my research playing it in the beginning, is amongst other things, the business of unintended consequences. So the answer to that question is, in my own life, what do you do each day to maximize your potential effectiveness so that what you do can yield who knows what, but the best possible array of outcomes? That's a good question, and I try to get a good night's sleep is what I do, and not overeat, not undereat, but et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
I love it. Now, you are so musically gifted. What does it mean to you to then be a part of and connected to such an iconic John Williams score? And from your own experience, what makes him like the greatest film composer of our time?
Well, he's fantastic. John Williams. Hey, I was at Hollywood Bowl once. They asked me to say a little thing or introduce. I remember years ago, some of his, and they played some movies, and they played, I think, some of our movie and his score. Oh, he's just very gifted, and of course a master of the craft and a person of discipline, but I think very, very gifted, and creates these musical moments that go hand in hand with these stories that really enhance the moment, don't they? I mean, da ga 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 ga, sa ba da ga ga ba da sa ba da da ga ga. I mean, I don't think I could think of that. That's really good stuff.
Now, one of my favorite Spielberg scenes of all time is in the car when you and Laura and Sam are seeing that Brachiosaurus. What was like for you then to see that moment on the big screen for the first time when you actually saw the final movie?
Good question. Unbelievable. Well, he screened it for us early on, and I tell you, I now know more than I did even then that technology, Dennis Muren and the ILM people who pioneered something very new at that point, just for that movie, and Stan Winston and the animatronics, it came together to make dinosaurs on screen better than they'd ever been. And when we saw it, we were like the characters we were playing, and like many other people who I've seen the movie with, did that along with that music, had that kind of experience. I know Bryce Dallas Howard says she got a little weepy during that when she was like 12 years old. It's something. And then I remember that day that we were in Kauai, in Hawaii, and we were like, come on. And you're okay. You're looking at it because it was, painted in later with CGI. You're looking at a tennis ball and da-da-da-da. And Steven Spielberg would go, okay, Jeff, you're looking at it. And it's amazing. Say your line about, hey, that crazy son of a bitch, da-da-da-da, say that. Okay, say it again. Okay, that's good. We got that. Okay, keep looking at it. He'd be talking as we're rolling. Keep looking at it. And now just start laughing. Just start laughing. It's kind of blowing your mind. It's a transcendental, trippy experience, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what we did.
Oh my God. Love it. Jeff, I got the wrap. Thank you for the time today. You are amazing. A career, Wes Anderson, all the films, just incredible. So thank you.
Thank you so much. So nice to be with you. I'll see you soon.
Thank you. See ya. Thank you. Paul McGuire Grimes, ABC, Minneapolis. Isabella, it is really great talking to you today. Congratulations on the success of Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, and Dominion. It must be so exciting to be a part of these movies.
Oh, it's amazing for me. I remember when I was younger and I was really into dinosaurs, like I was a big fan. And so I remember when I saw Jurassic Park for the first time, it was so exciting for me because it was like all these tiny little dinosaurs that I'd just been playing with were suddenly like these huge things that have kind of come to life on the TV screen in my house. So yeah, I remember that really well.
I mean, take me through then getting the call then saying that you were cast in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and that was going to be your first movie and you were joining this iconic franchise.
Well, this it's actually a very, very funny story. I remember my mum got the email from the casting agent saying that I'd got the part. It arrived on Christmas Eve. And so she printed out the email and put it in a letter and put it on our Christmas tree so that I would open it on Christmas Day. So I think that's a pretty unmatched present. I mean, she's yet to top that one.
Yeah, there's no topping that the Christmas present you're joining Jurassic World. That's amazing. Now, did it feel differently coming back for Dominion over Fallen Kingdom? Because a couple of years have passed, and what did you want to kind of do differently with this movie?
Well, I think it was kind of, in a way, it was very different, but it was also completely the same because what I think was something that I was really lucky to have on both films was being able to work with some of the same people on the second film. Because I remember in the first film, I was completely in awe the whole time. Like, it was amazing for me being on such a big film. And I feel like definitely being older and being able to work on the second film, I feel like I just learned so much more from the cast and I was kind of a lot more aware of what was going on instead of just being like eyes as big as tennis balls, like, whoa.
Right. Now, I mean, what did you ask Laura or Bryce or Chris or Jeff or Sam for just any kind of acting advice or advice about the industry in general?
All the time. I mean, if I wasn't really sure what to do in a take, I'd just say, like, what do you suggest? And I'd have so many different things thrown at me at once. It was amazing. And even just from kind of watching these people work, I just learned so much, which I think was really great.
Yeah, I mean, making a movie like this is not easy given all the special effects, all the green screen work. Did it kind of teach you like the kind of characters and movies that you want to take on in the future?
Well, I feel like definitely on the first film, there was a lot more green screen. And I think on the second film, what was great was that we used a lot of like animatronics, which is something that you don't see in a lot of films. And I remember that was something that was really important to Colin because I guess it produces such a natural response and reaction to seeing these massive dinosaurs in real life instead of kind of in CGI. So I think that was, it was a good experience for me to have.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think that's one of the things that makes Spielberg's original Jurassic Park so amazing is the animatronics and that kind of like tangible feel of like, oh my gosh, like they feel real.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, it was revealed in the last movie that your character is a clone, and some say that it's not a matter of if cloning will happen, but when. Did you talk about the science at all on set, and does that kind of like freak you out or excite you that cloning may be happening?
Well, I was quite young on the first film, so I didn't really, I knew that like a clone meant a copy, but I didn't really talk about the science behind it. But it's quite funny because really recently at my school, we were learning about like the science behind cloning in biology. And I remember learning this and thinking, oh my gosh, like this is really weird. But I feel like in the future, having a human clone Oh my gosh, it would be interesting to see, and I'd be interested to see how it would be done. I feel like if it was to be done, it would have to be under very supervised conditions, because I feel like a lot could go wrong creating a human clone.
Absolutely. Isabel, I got the wrap. It was really great talking to you today, and I hope people love this movie and it just does gangbusters at the box office. So thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.